Welcome to the next video. So in this video, what we are going to see is we will learn about power function. What is a power function? How do we use that, right? And we'll also see how do we count the number of digits in a user given integer. So for example, if user gives you 500, your program has to tell there are 3 digits in 500, 500. Okay, so we'll see how to do these two. So power function is a very simple function. It is basically used to find the powers. For example, if you want to find a raised to b, okay, so what you do is use POW a comma b. So if you want to find 2 cube, what you do is POW 2 comma 3. This will give 8 as output. So one thing that you have to remember is power function always gives double data type. Okay, so that means output is double data type. Always remember, whatever output power is giving, it will be double data type, right? So how do we implement it? So let's see. So first thing what you do is you should remember this line 7 hash include math.h. So this is what is known as a math header file. So in math header file, the instructions is written basically about how the power function is actually executed. It also has more functions like sine, cos, all those mathematical functions are written in math.h. Okay, so if you want to use any of those mathematical functions, first what you do is you have to include math.h. This is the name of the header file, math.h. Okay, so for an example, we'll see how do we use this. Let's say we'll see printf uh, 5 raised to 50 is percentage LF, okay, comma POW 5 raised to 50. So this is one simple implementation of power function. So what happens here is, remember here percentage LF I have used because whatever output this power function is giving, it will be a double data type, right? So let's just run this and see. So this is the value of 5 raised to 50. Okay, it is giving the value. So let's say we can verify. We'll see T2 raised to 3. Right? So okay, here it's a mistake. We'll make it proper. 2 raised to 3 is 8. So one thing you have to remember is when you want to use power function, you have to import math.h. One. Second is the output of the power function will be always a double. Right? So that is a basic introduction to power function. Second is count the number of digits in a user given integer. Right? So how do we do that? So we'll use the power function and the second part to complete our third problem. So that will be the next video. So we'll solve the second problem. So let's say we want to get some data from the user. So let the data has to be integer. It has to be whole number. Okay, so integer num. I'll ask user for our input. Please enter a whole number. Okay, I have to receive that input. It will be %d because it's integer. Identifier is %d. You have to use ampersand sign, never forget that. Okay, so I have stored the user given number into a variable integer, and the variable name is num, right? So now how do we do this? So for that we will use a simple trick. So that is, so we'll just move this. Okay. So one thing that you have to remember about integers is, so let's say we have two integer data type, or we have one integer data type int a, and we are now giving a equal to, let's say, 5 by 2. Now what will be the value of a? Okay, the actual value of 5 by 2 is 2.5. Okay, so now what happens is, since a is defined as an integer, 2.5 is not an integer. So what it will do is, it will take only the integer part of the value. Whatever decimal part is there, it will just ignore, remove, right? So that is what is going to happen. So when you declare a variable as integer and assign a equal to 5 by 2, okay, any operation that will give you a decimal value, a float value, or a double value, but it is being stored into an integer data, what happens is, whatever decimal part is there, it will be removed, and only the integer part will be stored to a. So value of a will be 2. So this is the first thing that you have to remember. So this is this same thing is what we are going to use. So one thing what you have to remember is, we have declared our variable as num. Okay, so let's say user has given 1, 2, 3 as input, right? Now if I do, let's say some integer a is equal to 1, 2, 3 by 10. So this is num. Okay, so this is same as num by 10, right? Okay, so what will be the output? 12, right? Because 123 by 10 is 12.3. A is declared as integer, so only the whole number part will be taken, right? So now what will I do? I will again do a is equal to 12 by 10. So what will be the value of a? So this is my step 1. So step 2 is a will become 1, right? Now I will repeat this again. A equal to 1 by 2. So a becomes 0. So this also just third step, right? So here if you observe, I have divided 123 3 times. 1, 2, 3. Sorry, I'm really sorry here. It should be 10. Okay. So I have divided 123 3 times with 10. 123 by 10, 112 by 10, and 1 by 10. Right. So it became 0. So that means if the number is of 3 digits, if I divide it 3 times, I'll get a is 0. So the logic that I am going to use is, I will see how many number of times I have to divide a number by 10 till it becomes 0. I'll keep a count of that. That count will give me number of digits, right? So any number user is giving, I'll keep on dividing the number. Side by side, I'll keep on counting how many number of times I am dividing it. Once a becomes 0, then count, which I am been doing from first, that count will be the number of digits. Okay, so we implement that here. So we just remove this last problem. So let's say I have int j, or int counter, comma, some temporary number, or counter. This will be enough. So I'll start a while loop because I have to do over and over. While num not equal to 0. Okay, so this loop has to run until and unless number is not equal to 0. Right? Now, what I will do, num equal to num by 10. Okay, so you have to remember here, number is declared as an integer. We are receiving as an integer. Now we are dividing it, number equal to number 10. This will go on until and unless num becomes 0. So this loop will work till when this value of number is not equal to 0. So that means this loop will go on until and unless num becomes 0. So I have to count also. So counter equal to counter plus 1. I can also use counter plus plus, right? Okay, here there is an alternate way of writing this statement. Num plus equal to num. Okay, so this is what is known as an assignment operator. We will see in this maybe 2 videos later. So we'll leave it there. So counter is equal to counter plus 1. So what is happening is until and unless num becomes 0, we are dividing by 10 and we are counting how many numbers there. And here when the starting point, when I declare a variable as counter, the value will be 0. But to make sure that it is 0, I'm just assigning it 0. So counter will be 0. I'll keep on dividing until and unless num become 0. Right? Printf. The number of digits are %d, comma, counter. Right? So C is a capital, C is capital 5. Okay. So just run. Please enter a whole number. Let's say 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So the number of digits are 6. There are 6 digits in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it is working fine. So I'll just, to make the output more proper, I want to say the number of digits in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 is 6. So that is the output that I want for this program. So what I'll do, I will declare one more integer here, int tmp num. Okay. So before starting the loop, what I will do, tmp num equal to num. So I am storing my original value here because once the loop is over, the value of num becomes 0 because that is a condition of termination of this loop. Right? The number of digits in the original number is this. Okay, so this is tmp num comma num. Right? So let's see. Okay, so what has happened? Sorry, this is spelling mistake. tmp. Okay. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So the number of digits in 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 is 7. So this is fine. Okay. So I hope so sometimes this is a little hard to see. So I'll just explain the code once more. So we are taking the number, saving it to num. We are dividing the number by 10. Okay. So in our exercise, when we are doing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, after first loop, it will be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Then 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 1, 2, 1, 0. Right? So we'll just see that loop once more, very fast. So our input is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So first time it will become 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So this is how num equal to num by 10. Again 1, 2, 3, 4. Again 1, 2, 3. Again 1, 2, then 1, then 0. How many times this happen? Divisible by 10. This is the first division, second division, third division, fourth division, fifth division, and sixth division. Right? Right. So first, when I divide this once, I'll get this. I'll divide this once, I'll get this. I divide again, I'll get this. I divide, I'll get this. I'll divide, I'll get this. Then I divide, I'll get 0. Right? So the 6 divisions I have done, because 1, 2, 3, there are 6 numbers. So this is what is happening. Okay. So every time inside the loop, the value of num becomes lesser and lesser. Okay. So I hope this is clear to you. So we will see in the next video.